I actually didn't see anyone yet, or I didn't try to do my research too in this thing, but I think there should be a lot of, because I know some of the people who are in HHA. I don't know if you know about the term, the home health aid thing, and the hospital
Okay.
things. So I was actually having a conversation with them, and they were telling me about how the patients feel, have the difficulty wearing the clothes, because after our conversation I got curious, and I know some of the people who are in this field, and I know some of the doctors, one of my friends. I asked them and they were telling me that's exactly the thing. And you mentioned that some people are not, they're not okay if somebody touches them or itch them, or they just don't want anyone else around them, or there are so many things that
There are.
it's a huge industry, I would say. This is the first thing. And the second thing I'm gonna say, wow, that's amazing. You are doing this much as a student. I would never imagine doing that myself. As a student, you did this much with all the systems, with all the things. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, being honest.
Thank you.
I love that. It's such a unique thing that you could do about this. So that's the whole industry that we just talked about. And of course, you mentioned that you also be sustainable, want to support that, and you explained a little bit about it. But can you explain a little more about how sustainability is important to you, and how you're gonna implement through your brand, or how we should actually globalize this thing and be more focused, because still there are not so many people who are focused on the sustainability.
No, it is. It truly is. To me, it's sad that there are a lot of people who are even aware that of the term
Yeah.
fast fashion. Like, I don't get that the places like Shein and Temu are unethical and are also like just really bad for the
Yeah.
environment. So for me, my thing is all about the efficacy and making sure that we're conscious about the environment. That's why I'm like, if you don't want to use your current material, you can totally use other materials that are already in circulation.
Mm.
Don't have to go buy a new textile. You don't have to
Yeah.
go buy a new garment. Like, we can totally, there are ways to do it without
Yeah.
buying
Remember, you
a
told me
new.
to go, if somebody wants something, you can go to the thrift store, or upcycling things, or repurposing that, right?
Exactly. Like, I love to do some
Mm-hmm.
repurposing. You can do it with interior design, you can do it with your regular
Mm-hmm.
design. Like, there's so many ways that you can upcycle with the materials that end up in the
Yeah.
landfill. But I also like strongly believe that we have to be
Mm-hmm.
conscious of what we're
Okay.
doing. So that's why like when I do go thrifting, I am looking at what I'm thrifting, because obviously you don't want to pick something that's gonna fall apart already. Like, if something's already in tether and tatters, it's probably not gonna
Mm.
last long. So you want to make sure you're picking the good quality things that are in there. If you are picking the lesser quality, maybe use it as a lining, or think about how you're using it. Think about how you're using the resources in the from the thrift stores, or from the flea markets, or from, I know some people here in the Bay Area, I've met some who go dumpster diving and like will wash the
Mm.
stuff, like deep clean
Right.
wash it, and then bring it back to life and be like, yep, I have the new Air
Right.
Jordans because somebody spilled something on it, didn't want to clean it, but I
Mm.
cleaned it, now I got them. So, like, doing stuff like that for me, I think is something that everybody should be doing. You don't have to go as extreme as
Yeah.
dumpster diving. There's a ton of flea
Yeah.
markets. There's a ton of thrift stores all throughout the United States. I
Yeah.
feel like I used to work at an antique
Mm-hmm.
thrift store. Like, there's so many. You can definitely
Mm-hmm.
find a lot of things in there textile wise. Grandmas back then used to make doilies like they were a thing to do. So you can totally make like a bunch of stuff out of doilies.
What is
Like,
doilies?
that's textile right there. Doilies are those little lace, like circular tea holdings. Like, you put your teapot on them. Circular lace.
I'll search for that.
They're kind of like,
No, it's
sorry,
totally fine. Thank you
I'm
for that.
really,
I'm gonna search, or maybe I know that, but I can't remember it at this time. I probably have seen that.
it's a
Yeah.
word. It's probably a terminology, like districtual,
Okay.
like different parts of the United States calls everything's different. So it might be.
Right. Thank you so much. Just be more ethical, be more sustainable, and be more kind to the people. That's the only thing that matters the most. If you want to be a good human being. So thank you so much, Susanna. It was such a pleasure to have you. I cannot say how much I enjoyed it, our conversation. So we'll definitely continue later on, and we'll looking forward to see you again. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to you guys, and I'll looking forward to see you with the next episode. Bye bye.